What's key about Muaz al-Khatib's decision was it effectively reverses the very trenchant remarks they made after shelling in Aleppo, after the attacks apparently by Scud missiles. The opposition were very clear that they didn't see enough support from the international community and therefore saw no point in going to this key Rome meeting. One of a number of Friends of Syria meetings aimed at trying to kind of coalesce an international aid package towards them. Now, what they have done is reverse that again on Muaz al-Khatib's Facebook page, saying that after conversations with John Kerry and the UK Foreign Secretary William Hague, they had decided to attend this Rome meeting. John Kerry hinting at the kind of support they wanted to give, but not giving specifics in what he said yesterday in London. Let's hear.
We are determined that the Syrian opposition is not going to be dangling in the wind, wondering where the support is or if it's coming. And we are determined to change the calculation on the ground for President Assad.
Now, dangling in the wind, changing the calculation on the ground, they are vague terms, deliberately so. What the rebels clearly want is arms. They want something which changes the battlefield position for them in this nearly now two-year-long fight. It's obviously clear the Obama administration is very nervous about supplying weapons, and the EU is maintaining sanctions. It means they actually can't. There have been suggestions perhaps they may use not non-lethal, but perhaps half-military means equipment like night vision goggles or even armoured cars have been some suggestions. There are, of course, plenty of media reports and bloggers and video evidence, in fact, of other types of weaponry seeping into the conflict from, as previously unestablished sources. So a move from the West certainly to up support, and whatever it was that John Kerry and William Hague said to Muaz al-Khatib got him to reverse that quite open position of defiance they had only 48 hours ago, Zain.
Just tell us a little more, Nick, about the Syrian government's position now on actually talking to the rebels directly.
Well, it needs a little bit of unpacking what Foreign Minister Muallim said recently. He basically on Sana came forward and said they would hold conversations with the rebels, including those carrying arms. Now, that's key because they had always said in the past they wouldn't speak to anybody who espoused violence. Now, obviously, his statement doesn't suggest that these people could still be fighting. They may have to lay down their arms before these talks. We have seen a substantial shift now from the Assad regime, who previously basically said they weren't going to talk to the opposition at all, now suggesting talks may be possible, and you obviously have to see that happen after a meeting in Moscow where Russia is clearly putting some sort of pressure on them to come to the table.